countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Nice, Andy. I thought those were just images.
I love the cheering section.
Very nice green screen effects. So the runners have all agreed to start out with an all shortcut plus Olmec, so it's going to start out feeling a little bit more like a race, closer to what we're used to on these sorts of events. You'll also see that all 4 runners have the all shortcuts, or sorry, the all journal entries icons up. Most of them have decided that after AS+O, they're going to incorporate an all journal entries run to get another round of moss points in. But other than that, it's going to be pretty crazy. I'm hoping that Kirby and I can find a way to keep it all together and try to track what's going on. So a lot of what's been discussed in the group chat is strategy. Kirby, I think you've thought about this a little bit, but what sort of runs are you eyeing if you were to do one of these challenges yourself?
There's a lot that the runners could do. They're both starting with the real-time categories, all shortcuts plus Olmec, and all journal entries. I don't know if they'll try both at the same time, or if they'll do one after another. But aside from that, I think personally I might pick low no gold, if you can pull it off.
Yeah, and these are actually some of the runners around 50 to 100 in the Moss ranking. So in some cases they don't have all these categories completed, like low percent, no gold, and max low. They might be looking for a couple of first completions here today. And in fact, Mylan actually has never completed either an all shortcuts or an all journal entries run. So assuming those go pretty well, we're going to see Mylan jump way up on the Moss ranking leaderboard just from participating in today's challenge.
I hope no one in chat is checking Moss ranking, because it is Skylark who's done no RTA yet. So I'll just correct you now. And then
Alright.
Chat can't be wrong.
So one thing to point out is just by making it through the tutorial and into the main game, the runners have now completed a score run. So initially about a 5,000 point for each runner. You can submit incomplete runs or incomplete runs. You don't have to finish them to get the initial credit for a score run. So all runners have accomplished something. And we'll be keeping the spreadsheet up to date as the event goes through. If people want to look in real time, there's a command in chat. Moss points? I can't remember what the command is. I just set it up too. Oh, scoreboard. So you can track what runs each runner has completed. But as for now, just trying to make deliveries to the Tunnel Man and unlock some of these shortcuts here.
Well, Yandy died with 3,800 score, so already 51 Moss points ahead of everyone else here.
Huge advantage.
Yeah. I can't... Okay, Beans is on the one rope split, so I wish she died at some point.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit tough to follow 4 all shortcuts at the same time. Notably, we did get a jetpack teleporter for Mylan, so unclear whether he's going to continue with all shortcuts or possibly go for a quick any percent run. And he went for a quick any percent run, and like what usually happens with teleporters, we had an issue with running into an enemy off screen.
Skylark with a $4,000 score submission. Jumping up 53 Moss points.
Alright, thanks for volunteering to do that, Kirby.
Sure thing.
So the real point gains are going to be when the runners complete a full run, whether it's all shortcuts or runs coming later. But definitely nice to be rewarded in real time for just a handful of gold collected. Alright, so Bean's moving on to the 10k gold split. I think Yandy is also on that as well, but
Yep.
yeah. And Skylark. So pretty good starts for all 4 runners, except for Mylan, who went for that teleporter run. But interestingly, that's going to help the All Journals entry, or the All Journals run. Finding that teleporter can sometimes really extend the length of that run. Just a hard, low probability of that item showing up. Oh, nice back whip by Beans there. I can't believe you're updating the score in real time. The runners are probably going to do a big money run, and at that point, we're going to see the score kind of leveling out at that 500k.
Yeah, I think a big money run would be interesting, but I'm definitely expecting at least a hell completion, because I think everyone's going to try to play out all journal entries.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's an important point. Usually in all journal entries, we will die after killing Yama, but the runners need to remember to actually exit there and get that final end score for us.
So Beans is first to make 10k.
Very nice.
And she's on to the 2 bomb split.
Yep, we're seeing green on her screen, which indicates progress. Oh, it looks like Yandy is also moving ahead into the jungle as well.
And Skylark just behind them.
Very nice. So, again, no matter what happens, we're expecting Mylan to be a winner in terms of real Moss points acquired, next to the new PB we're expecting, possibly PBs. Definitely a talented runner. I did a co-op all journal entries with Mylan as well, and got a pretty decent time together. Meanwhile, we see our first black market for Yandy, just using it as just for items and for the guaranteed easy layout. I was wondering if Yandy was gonna grab some of the items for all journal entries, but decides not to, decides to just move ahead. I think getting that lower AS+O time is probably the right strategic move, and getting any completion with all journal entries is going to be good. Oh, we got bees. I suspect Yandy will stop for these bees.
Maybe.
Maybe not. Yandy's got a plan.
I can respect completing 2-4 and moving along.
Yeah, I'm out of here. Seeing some blue for the first time, both Skylark and Yandy in the ice caves, and working on that second round of jungle shortcut deliveries.
I've been keeping track of scores.
Huge lead for Skylark, 50-53. 2 more points than Yandy.
Yeah. Yeah, Yandy's put up some impressive real-time runs. They have a sub-40 all journal entries. Meanwhile, Skylark, upon completing any all journal entries, will have a PB.
Oh yeah, that's great. Another black market for Skylark. We'll see what we do in this black market here. See that juicy teleporter? Specs can be rare.
Start a hell run. No, I'm pretty sure specs are one of the most common items in the game, actually.
There's a Twitch clip that I would refer people to.
I'm pretty sure that's just the mark of an absolutely insane runner, driven mad by Derek.
So, Mylan, I believe, is on the 2 rope split, but is in the mines. So we got a divergence in strategy here, but that's what we'd expect from an event like this. Yandy with the teleporter?
Yandy is the teleporter. So if it goes all the way to 2-4.
I think, so we did an all shortcuts race last week. I think Kirby was the only person to be brave enough to take a teleporter. Do you remember how that worked out for you?
Not so well.
Yeah, sounds about right. we definitely appreciated it. Big frog.
Oof.
Nice
Yandy
exit for
makes
Yandy.
it out of the jungle with not a new Scorpion. I'm sure everyone has gotten at least 10,000 gold by now.
Headphone warning on GC clip. Oh, we got more beans for Yandy.
Bees.
And big fish.
Beans is another runner.
Okay. Bees. Okay, Yandy will take the death on the
Yes.
big fish. So, very profitable run there. Also got the royal jelly and the queen.
Beans taking the Tiki Trap entry by using iframes.
Very nice. Very calculated, I'm sure.
I'm certain of it.
Oh, pick up that camera. Oh, Beans already
Huh?
has one. No, she
She
doesn't.
didn't end adventure because she had no shotgun.
Alright, so if...
Probably got shotgun trolled. But she might find an ash grave on this level.
Mhm.
Seems to
Or...
be looking for it.
This is absolute madness. Because we don't know exactly how hard the runners are committing to each category.
Yeah. Oh god, what now? Oh! Well, let's see. So, Skylark has a shotgun in hand. I can't make out Yandy or Mylan's trackers, but I think both of them are on the shotgun split.
Looks
Mylan
right.
with a shotgun, Yandy with a Dead or Restless.
Just to be complete, we got the Tiki Trap entry for Skylark, also intentionally.
With iframes.
With no
No,
iframes.
not iframes.
Beans takes a death from the big fish, and
Okay.
Yandy will find a shotgun inside the ash grave. Also, probably gonna knock out the ghost here. There you go. So just knocking off the crystal skull triggers the ghost to appear early, and it's a speedrun strategy for all journal entries.
Looks like Mylan's doing the same, and maybe... No, never mind.
So Yandy, continue on for the possible triple delivery. Gonna need a bag of bombs at least to actually make the delivery. So gonna be opening crates here, hoping for bombs. We get ropes, of course. Those are still wanted because we want to get inside the mothership.
I don't know.
Oh, Beans is gonna do some castle deliveries, or castle entries.
Okay. Ew.
Yandy crushed by a fall trap.
Yeah.
So-
Unfortunately, they seem to have forgotten that the blue platform is not an entry.
Good. That's probably what was on Yandy's mind.
I'm certain. Though probably just as well, since they didn't have 3 bombs to deliver.
Watching
Beans.
Beans.
Taking on that Black Knight.
Swish. Do we get credit for that?
We do.
Very nice. So there's a mechanic we learned very recently in all journal entries. To get credit for the Black Knight, you can crush it, but you have to have first picked up the Black Knight at least once. And that's why Beans got credit for crushing the Black Knight. Looks like she's going to spend a little more time to try to get the Kapala here, or not. Never mind. Alright, all 3 other people are in the ice caves, doing those first initial deliveries. Go team, go. Looks like we have no new point PBs yet. Beans has gotta be close at this point.
I see Skylark at is that 14,250, so taking a wide lead over the other runners.
Yeah. Almost 20k for Beans.
125. Yes. I enter numbers.
Wow, crushing lead. The first runner to top 5,200. Alright, so we got Mylan going to the mothership, making the initial delivery. Do we have enough ropes to continue here? And we do. Just enough. Hopefully none of these elevator platforms are going to be broken, otherwise Mylan will be out of luck here. Let's see. Yandy also on the 3-rope split, but starting from 3-1 rather than going through the mothership. And we have all 4 runners into the ice cave, so pretty good race in terms of just sheer AS+O. Nice whip by Mylan at the top of the mothership. If he had let that bomb blow up, there would be no opportunity to deliver these ropes at the end of the ice caves.
Andy's taking a jetpack for the 3-rope split.
Ooh. Well, this
Also
is
a handy way to get the entry.
Yeah, exactly. Oh no!
Oh,
Well, looks like
and that's another couple entries for Andy.
that's right. We got the
Force field,
we got the mammoth.
I assume?
The mammoth entry there, probably. Oh, you don't get the mammoth for getting frozen to death.
You do? Question mark?
Not in that case. There could have been iframes. There could be a ton of stuff that we would have missed there. So, looks like Beans trying to bomb into the mothership. Only had 1 bomb to spare to do it, and so she's going to be going to the main exit at this point.
Yeah. I think Mylan's in the lead, because he's in the mines, probably on the key split.
According
But
to
he
our...
just left a machete behind, so he's been disqualified from the entire Moss Point challenge for not crushing it. He did pick it up for the entry, though.
Staying on target. Alright, another delivery by Skylark, and get a quick reset. Also moving on to the key split. 1 more level for Yandy, and they'll also be moving on to the key split. Just drop. Oh, just drop. Take the fall damage.
Bad influence.
Alright, exit on the right side for Beans.
Stop messing with my head, X.
Alright, so Beans just wrapping up the rope split, and then we're all going to be on the key split together. Sick overhead backwhip for Yandy. Almost there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Beans can't use any more ropes. This is gonna be tight.
Oh my.
I really hope that's the exit. Very good. Alright, so all 4 runners on the
Thinks
key.
it out.
Yep. We got Skylark and Yandy with the key already. Mylan and Beans still looking for it.
Chat notes that the key split is a very important split.
That is accurate. Alright, so rare entries. Looks like none of the runners have captured the boulder just yet. Skylark talked before stream that he's going to have to jump out of the game to show us progress on the All Journals tracker. I think it's a runner that does full screen, and there's some issues with running full screen instead of windowed full screen, or just windowed. So, rest assured, Skylark has opened at least some entries. Okay, Mylan on a Ujet I run, potentially? Getting the early Spider Coffin character? Alright, how are we looking time-wise? Almost 20 minutes. The runners have done more than just all shortcuts, so a little bit slower than most of their PBs would look like, but I'm not doing just a pure AS+O, so that's what we expect. Oh. Off-screen shopkeeper shooting at Mylan. Luckily, dodge is probably too generous. Gets not killed by bullets. Alright, Andy really doesn't like that area near the exit door, and will bomb through using 3 or 4 bombs. Possibly saw something that we didn't see on stream. Alright, so Mylan into 1-4 sees the golden chest at in the level, so we haven't missed it just yet, but running low on resources and hoping we're able to find it without using too many more of them.
Ooh, not in the snake pit.
Not in the snake pit, that's right. Plus we got a couple shopkeepers just jumping around, making life hard. And shopkeeper aggro generally is going to be tough for this split.
I don't think any of the other runners have aggro.
I think that's right, yeah. This is a really obnoxious situation.
Skylark into... Oh! Skylark into the ice cubes, but Andy just got juggled by a tiki man.
Too bad. Alright, so Mylan down to just a single bomb. Rope count is pretty nice. That is by far the more dangerous way to the exit, but everything works out. 2 more levels for Skylark for that nice split here. But this is tricky without a compass and also pretty low on rope, so definitely not a guarantee. Finds the exit though. So, what do we say, 1 more level? 2 more levels for Skylark.
Bean's making some steady progress. Just getting into the ice caves now. And Yandy finds their key.
I'm always afraid of that subroom with the mammoth that Skylark just made it through. Can turn around at any time, shoot at irregular intervals, but Skylark makes it out safely. 1 more level to get through with this key here. Should be... oh, it's not over there.
Oof.
Very dangerous spot, a lot of
Oh,
UFOs. Okay, I like this. Taking their time. Use a bomb. Not there. Whoa.
Okay, Skylark makes it.
Skylark with very specific knowledge of how large the bomb radius is and using that mechanic to his advantage. Going straight for the Olmec finish right away, down to 0 bombs, 2 ropes, but likes having paste and is probably hoping for some more items maybe above Olmec. This would also count for an any percent and a no teleporter any percent, so that could be another reason just to get another completed run on the board here.
Tricky exit for Beans in 3-4. I think maybe
There it is.
I should not speak too soon. And she makes it out alive.
Yep. Yeah, Mylan just completing the jungle, and Yandy's back in the mines.
Beans ends adventure for more resources and starts from the temple shortcut. I totally missed Yandy's last death.
Yeah, we had a couple runners just finishing that key split, so that's what we were mostly looking at. Temple trap for Skylark, but it would be suicidal to go for it.
But just think of all those entries. Although, I mean, all of these runners are getting the temple shortcut anyways in the course of this particular AJE run. Unless they decide to restart after AS+O to do a new AJE run.
Why not? Oh, so
Oh!
Beans grabbed an extra couple of bombs? I was
She's
expecting
making
a
it.
death there.
Yeah,
but,
ditto.
But those bombs will let her do the safe strategy. She can still use one more and still have most of the safe strat left. Tough key for Yandy, but we'll find it. Must have seen a gold chest somewhere.
Skylark getting okay. I was gonna say very few spawns. Okay, everything's fine.
This is a
fine.
problem. Oh, nice.
Oh, and makes it out.
Cool.
All right, that's so. If Skylark waits to the finish screen, he's gonna have to type the AS+O time for me. I can't read it off his tracker. GG to Skylark.
Something like 25-30. Put a placeholder in.
Sure.
But 72,000 lead over.
78,000 score. Called a 7-minute any. I don't know. Oop! I broke things.
Yeah, Skylark, if you want to just put in chat what your ASO time and maybe your end